It should be more important than your spouse to you. Ministry should not be more important than your spouse. Your job should not be more important than your spouse. Your children should not be more important than your spouse. I remember there was a time whereby some people were so zealous about the things of God that they decided they're going to be in church and their family is just right there roasting and crying for help. And your family is your first ministry. If you can't take care of them, then you're not worthy to take care of anything in the house of God. You need to take care of them because they are your first church, they are your first ministry. Do not abandon them. Every other thing that you put above them, no, God is first. That's the God, then your spouse, you and your spouse, then your family with your children, then your ministry. I remember a long time ago whereby some of us were so zealous about the things of God and they were putting God, then they put ministry, then they put their family, and some of them, well, you've heard the stories of what happened. I remember I heard a preacher preaching once, and he's saying how when you put God's purpose first, your family gets taken care of. Immediately I heard that, I turned that off. I said, no, that's not right. Because I know that your family is your first church. Once that is taken care of, it's like the cell, everything now blooms from there. So please don't let your hobby, don't let whatever thing, your job, come between you and your spouse. If that happens, you're losing that man, you're losing that woman, and it's not your spouse's fault. It's your fault because you put other things ahead of them, and God does not want that. So please, if that is happening in your marriage, it's a sign that you really need to rethink your priorities, make a scale of preference, do it well. The Bible says that do not be deceived, God is not mocked. Whatever any man soweth, that he shall reap. If you sow into your marriage, you reap a good marriage. If you sow into your job, you reap a good job. Wherever you sow is where you reap. So if you take the time that you're supposed to use to sow into your marriage and you're going to sow it into your job is going to bloom, but your marriage is going to go down the drain. So do not deprive your marriage because you're chasing shadows. Because one day you're going to get to the top of the pinnacle. You're going to get the whole money in the world. And you look back and you're all alone. You have no spouse. Ask people that have been there. They weep. Money cannot buy it. Money is not everything. So let us think well. If God has blessed you with a spouse, take care of your spouse. Appreciate your spouse. Treat your spouse well. Spend time with your spouse. Or else, anything that you don't take care of, you're going to lose. That's how life is. The last thing is negative influence. And that is really huge. He said, friendship with anyone who does not value marriage and family may be the beginning of crisis in a marriage relationship. Show me your friend, and I'll tell you who you are. There is this, Bible says in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 13, that evil communication corrupts good manners. If you're a good person, and you find yourself constantly in the midst of people who are doing things you do not believe, before you know it, you're going to be doing that thing. It's just so easy for somebody down. I mean, I know, like I'm up here and somebody's down here, and I'm trying to help the person up. It's so easy for the person to pull me down. Sister Mary, please, can you come? I just want to make that illustration here. And, okay. So Sister Mary's going to try to, I'm trying to pull her up because I'm up here, she's trying to pull me down, I'll try to pull me. I'm trying to pull her. Oh, Sister Mary, how are you doing today? You're supposed to try and pull me down. Okay, so try and pull me. Try and pull me. You see, I'm going down. She has more strength to pull me down than I can pull her up. I'm not saying do not, thank you, Sister Mary, God bless you. I'm not saying do not associate with people that have not reached your level. No. But I'm saying do not be so close to them. I mean, if we keep them away, how are we going to minister to them? How are we going to share the love of God with them? But they cannot be your close friend. Who is your close friend? Your close friend is somebody, when you are down, you go to that person to talk to the person, and the person ministers to you. If that person is an unbeliever or somebody who does not share your value, what do you think the person is going to tell you? If you're a married person here and you want to have a good marriage, look for somebody that has a good marriage and have a friendship with that person. Because if you have a friendship with somebody who does not respect marriage, The person is going to tell you, kick your wife out because he kicked his wife out or she kicked her husband out. That's what the person is going to tell you because that's what they know. But then if you have friends with somebody, in fact, there was a survey, I think it was the University of Chicago, they had a secular survey which showed that couples who have stayed married, they have friends that support their marriage and they have a low opinion of divorce. What support group, what is your support group you have? Are there people whose marriages are terrible? Because I'm telling you that you have a good marriage, but because you're in their midst, your marriage is going to go down. Because marriage has challenges. When it's hard and you go to them because they are your support group, they already destroyed your marriage. They're going to tell you, kick your husband away, kick your wife away, because that's what they did. That's what they believe in. But if you're with people that value marriage, immediately you say, oh, I'm going to kick my wife, husband, I'm going to kick my wife, and they're like, no, you can't. Because they kept theirs. So if you really want to have a good relationship, support yourself with people that are going where you want to be. And you see your marriage itself. But if you support with yourself with people who say, kick that man away, he doesn't love you, he's not taking care of you, he's not worthy. First day you're going to resist.